Ubiest of the tubiest, that's you, and I'm 50 plus. I got a few questions asked to me after I posted the video of me cooking that delicious breakfast. Everybody got to look at that picture of frying bacon and got the comment, so I get it. Let me answer those questions right now. Alright guys, I had two questions, and one question was, how do I keep my stuff clean, my cooking utensils and my griddle and the stove, and I guess the stuff that I cook with, the tools that I cook with, and forks, stuff like that, you know, dishes basically. How do I do dishes? And the short answer is, basically you would do it as if you were, let's say you went camping, okay? And I don't know, goddamn it, how you do some camping shit. I ain't goddamn it trying to be all racist and shit, but black folk don't do a bunch of goddamn camping, okay? So I don't goddamn know, but I do hunt, and you know, we have a cabin where we hunt that doesn't have running water. So I'm doing the same thing on this truck that I do to wash dishes when I'm hunting. So I'm gonna demonstrate that for you. I'm not really demonstrate, but I'm gonna show you the stuff that I use, okay? And then the other one was about my refrigerator. I have a Coleman refrigerator right here. And this refrigerator is a lot bigger than the smaller one that I have inside. So what I've done is use the smaller one inside to hold you know, cheese, condiments, and stuff like that, and my drinks to keep them keep cool. And I've used the other one for the larger food and milk and orange juice and, you know, container stuff. And it's been working out pretty good. The Coleman is going to get somewhere, and I had another subscriber remind me of that, and I appreciate him giving me the heads up. And I had been warned this from my mentor, but the Coleman, it's designed to keep the temperature inside between 30 or 40 degrees cooler than ambient temperature, which works really good when it's 17 degrees outside, right? Well, ambient to the cooler is the temperature that you have it inside the truck. That's its ambient, and you're not gonna have it 17 degrees in here, you know. I know somebody's gonna say, yeah, you know, I'm the fucking stupid ass who has to show his shit by, you know, walking outside with a wife beater and booty shorts and it's fucking snowing and talking about, oh, it's not cold. Yeah, I know. You're the guy who rides around with his truck 17 degrees. But I'm talking to everybody outside of you, okay? You're going to keep the truck, you know, 70, 72, something like that, which would be comfortable, which will then put the cooler inside temperature somewhere hovering between, you know, 45, 40 degrees, something like that. And, you know, that might hold your food for a good week and a half. I'm about to throw my milk out, and the milk is about not quite a week, but it was starting to get a little bit skunky. And another thing about this Coleman cooler is it starts building ice around it. When that happens, that indicates a problem. Just like your refrigerator at home. If your refrigerator at home starts building ice around it, that's an issue. Something is not right. They're not supposed to build ice around the condensing unit, okay? Same thing with your home AC. If you go outside and the line's coming from your condenser outside going into the house, and those lines are frozen, that doesn't mean it's going to be super cold in your house. That means your ass is about to start to sweat because some shit ain't right. Okay? Well, I took this, look, I took the piece off the inside of the bottom of my cooler, and the Coleman Cooler has 2 fans, one on the top, and then there's another one that's inside. So it's got 2 fans, and the inside fan isn't working. Now, was I expecting fan issues with the Coleman refrigerator cooler? Yes, I was. So I already purchased the outside cooler, the fan, the one that goes on top, but I never purchased the one inside because the one up top is generally the one that goes bad. So it's still keeping somewhat cool in there though, but I'm gonna have to replace that interior fan for that cooler, and they're pretty cheap. But what pisses me off is, you know, it's only, you know, a month and a half old, not even well, maybe quite a month old. So let's keep in mind that these Coleman coolers, we're using them as refrigerators, and they running all the time and staying on forever. They don't shut off. But they're not designed for that. They're only designed for, you know, when you're going camping or going picnicking or something, and you plug them in there for the day. We're using them to run constant. So, you know, 30 days could be the equivalent to, you know, a year with normal use, you know. So, but it does do a decent job keeping my stuff cold, you know, with the exception of the hickey that I've got right now. I'm gonna fix it. It's no problem. The big one on top was only $17. I looked online, the one inside is like $11, and they're easy to replace. I mean, if I can rebuild a freaking car, I can fix this goddamn cooler with my eyes closed. But so I'm not really tripping on that. I could send it in, warranty, all that bullshit, but I just don't have time for that shit. And how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna deal with that shit? It don't. So, anyways, to answer the question about the actual welfare of your food inside of that cooler, try to shop for 7 to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. You try to shop for that amount of time, and you'll be okay. Again, it's not summertime yet. I believe when the summer hits and it's pretty hot, then I'll probably do my grocery shopping maybe every 3 days or 4 days, so it doesn't have to stay in there very long, because the cooler it's just not gonna keep the temperature down cold enough to keep the food edible. Okay, so it is what it is. I mean, we're improvising being out here. So your option is to do that, or spend $30, $40 a day in food at a restaurant, or eat the bile that they have in these truck stops, rolling around in that damn little thing that looks like a hot dog. I don't know what the shit that stuff is, but I tried one time and had me shitting down the tires. I couldn't take it. So I ain't eating that shit. I would much rather cook my food and deal with the ups and downs of keeping this type of refrigerated food in the truck. Not to mention the fact that these things are drawing off the battery at night, and I'm up at minimum of twice per night to start the truck and let it run, because the inverter is beeping at me because the battery voltage is low. That fucking sucks, man. That sucks. So lately I've just been unplugging the refrigerators and you know, just rolling with it. I mean, I'm only going to be asleep about 6 hours, 7 hours anyways, and then I plug it back up in the morning and go with it. But that's another downside. Anyways, let's talk about, and I'm going to show you the items that I use to clean the the griddle and microwave and all that stuff right now. Okay, guys, here's a few items that I use, okay, and that I want you to get. This is a collapsible bucket, okay, and as you can see, I'm going to get into it real good. Look, that is pretty damn clean. I know it's clean because I keep it clean, okay. That's basically a sink, okay, just like you would wash everything at home. You just don't have a big old deal to put it in. This is a cutting board, and I use that cutting board to I eat on it, I prep on it, I do all that good stuff. But I don't just put my food on top of this when I'm cutting meat and stuff like that and prepping meat. I don't put it on top of this, okay? Because that thing is porous and it's going to be difficult to clean. So I use parchment paper, you see? And then I put the parchment paper down, and then I put the food on top of the parchment paper, and that's how I prevent these things from getting extremely dirty. They don't get extremely dirty. You don't have to worry about cleaning them. So, you know, a rough time cleaning them. Okay, I use this water. You get the big jug of water, and I use that water not only to wash my stuff with, but I also use this bucket to take my little every other day horse bath, you know. But also, you know, just get you a towel to wash your dishes with. When I'm not using them, I kind of spray them and wipe them down, and I use those disinfectant wipes. Now, when I'm done cooking with the griddle, I'm just gonna pull it out real quick. Okay, all right. So as you can see, this griddle is really clean. Look in the crevices. You see that? You see inside the crevices? Everything about this deal is extremely clean. And I do it on the truck, okay? I know you're saying, oh, there's a little bit that's freaking dust from in here, okay? But look, this thing is really clean, okay? The little stuff you saw. Let me see. See, that's like little stuff that falls down from the wall, but no food, okay? Really clean, really clean. Okay, so what I do, I cook. When I get done, I let this thing cool down. When it cools down, I wipe it down really good with a paper towel. Try to remove as much grease as I can with paper towel. Then I wipe them down with that. When I'm done, okay, wiping it down, it's good and clean and it's cooled down, and I do that same thing to my the spatulas and forks and knives and all that kind of stuff, right? So when I'm done and I'm actually ready to do the real cleaning on it, then I use my little kettle. See my little kettle right here? I heat water up. I heat the water up, and I pour it in here, and I simply make dish water and with dishwashing liquid and everything, and use the towel, and I just wash dishes exactly like you would do at home. It's not a big deal. It's pretty easy. So let's look. See, I mounted my microwave on top of this my counter, and see, there's my little space right in there, and then inside of here is my oven. So look at the oven. I'm gonna open it. I'll say, okay, so look at that. I bet you wouldn't believe that I even cook in this thing, and you guys have witnessed me cook in it. You just need to not goddamn be nasty. That's it. Be clean. So this is what the grill looks like, and so that's a drip pan underneath the grill, right? So what I do is put a lining of foil on the drip pan. I put right there. I just put a lining of foil so the drippings doesn't go on top of the deal. It'll drip onto the foil, and then I just throw the foil away. So believe it, it's not very difficult at all if you're a clean person in general to stay clean on the truck, as far as your dishes and everything, and your ass too. Okay. Hey guys, I appreciate you. I hope I gave you some good information. I hope I answered the questions you wanted me to answer. And always remember, if you have a question, that's how I base my videos. Okay, I'm here to give you guys information. So you have a question, ask the question, and I'll answer it with a video if I can. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try a boop on this camera. Here we go. Boop. It doesn't cover the whole thing, damn it. Boop.